The ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Our final score from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. The Tar Heels come from 11 down to win and upset number 5 Duke 74-66. And yes, they stormed the court, and it took a while for the court to be cleared, along with Dan Bonner, Tim Brando. And just a remarkable game, the intensity you always anticipate in this fantastic rivalry. But maybe what we did not anticipate was a second-half comeback from 11 down and a lot of free throws made by North Carolina.
Tim, I think that crowd storming the court really was interesting because I thought one of the key factors in the game was the intensity of the crowd. And I think each team played with a tremendous amount of intensity. Duke dominated on the inside in the first half. North Carolina did so in the second half. It was an interesting give and take back and forth.
Rodney Hood really came out of the gates fast, had to leave to foul difficulty midway through the first half, but they simply could not guard him early on as the Blue Devils got the lead.
No, you're absolutely right, Tim. Rodney Hood made 5 of his first 6 shots, scored 11 points in that first half. Did it getting the dunk, did it on the mid-range, did it from three-point range, but you're right, he got 2 fouls and went out of the game. For North Carolina, we talked with Roy Williams before the game, and he said he thought Leslie McDonald would be a key factor tonight. McDonald was. He also scored 11 points in the first half, 9 of those early. He only made the 1 3, but he really was an offensive factor in a first half that saw Marcus Paige not score at all.
When the second half got underway, Duke again got out to an 11-point lead. Jabari Parker making this one, got it to 51-40, but then an 8.5-minute drought for the Dukies.
8.5-minute drought, and North Carolina really asserted itself on the boards, and they were able to make some shots close to the basket where Duke dominated inside in the first half. North Carolina did it in the second half. Leslie McDonald, he finished with 21, so he scored 10 in the second half. Probably no bigger shot of the game than this one right here. Marcus Paige knocks down the 3. It was not a situation where it was easy for North Carolina. It was a gritty game all the way. That's why the crowd was so excited.
Paige was patient in the game, enabling, obviously, someone like McDonald to carry the way early and then asserting himself late. And as we mentioned, the points off turnovers, while with Duke early, were offset by what North Carolina managed to get done in the second.
All those were in the first half. Those points off turnovers for Duke. But in the second half, North Carolina continued to be aggressive, a dominant rebounding performance. And even though they were only 20 of 31, shooting 31 free throws, outscoring Duke 20-7 from the line, obviously a key to the game.
As always, a privilege for Dan Bonner and myself to be invited to this one. It was fantastic. This is the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday, our final 74-66 North Carolina.